More big news on the NFL free agency market. Quarterback Matt Flynn has been traded to the Oakland Raiders to be the starter in Oakland for the 2013 season. I think this was a great move by Oakland because things were clearly not working out with Carson Palmer at the helm. Now Flynn is a bit of a question mark, however he has potential and he has showed promise. If you go back to the end of the 2011 season, Flynn came in for Aaron Rodgers to play out the last game of the season, which was meaningless for the Packers, but it wasn't meaningless for the opposition. And Flynn threw for over 500 yards and earned himself a contract with the Seahawks. He was slated by Pete Carroll to come in and be the starter, paid that way, but of course the Seahawks never foresaw that their third-round pick, Russell Wilson, would come in and take the bull by the horns and be a world beater. So you had an Alex Smith situation with a backup quarterback making starters money, and that doesn't fit in the salary cap in today's NFL. So of course Seattle didn't want to trade Flynn, but they had to if he's going to be the backup sitting on the sideline making all that money. So Oakland benefits from this, as did Kansas City with Alex Smith. And I think Oakland's offense is going to take a step up with the speed they have on the outside with guys like Hayward-Bay. And you have Matt Flynn, who did show promise with a good deep ball. I remember he hit T.O. in the preseason last year, and T.O. dropped it in the end zone. But this guy has a nice touch on the deep pass. And we all know the Oakland Raiders, like to throw the ball deep. If they run the ball enough this year, play action pass, they should be fine. Now as far as Carson Palmer is concerned, he is slated to sign a deal possibly on Monday with the Arizona Cardinals. Now I don't know if he's a backup plan or they want him to be the starter, or if they're going to draft someone and let Carson Palmer play a few games until the next guy's ready. But personally, I think Carson Palmer is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in NFL history. He had a couple nice seasons with the Bengals, but overall he threw interceptions when it mattered, and then his career declined while he was in the prime of his younger years, in my opinion. So I don't think he is going to be a step up from Kevin Kolb. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm thinking they must have another plan in mind, and this guy is more of an insurance policy. Now in other news, not really football related, but we all remember Joe Theismann, the quarterback of the Washington Redskins, who won the Super Bowl back in 1982. Well, much was made of the broken leg that he got from Lawrence Taylor on national TV way back in the day. Well, everyone who watches sports is probably aware of what happened to Kevin Ware, the Louisville basketball player, yesterday. He had a similar compound fracture that broke his skin and horrified his teammates, the fans, and anyone who saw this horrific accident. So Theismann reaches out to Kevin Ware to give him some words of encouragement, and that's got to feel good to the kid. Now the reason I bring this up is the fact that this kid, Kevin Ware, reminds people of why we watch sports and almost make heroes out of these guys, whether they deserve it or not. Kevin Ware, with his leg or his bone piercing out of his leg as he's being drug away from the basketball court, yelled to the coach and to his teammates, "Win the game, win the game." And of course they went on to blow Duke away. So this is just another inspirational story of selflessness by an athlete. And you hear all this bad stuff, but this is an example of good stuff. And if Joe Theismann had the medical technology available, or the Dr. James Andrews type medical advances that have happened in recent years, maybe his career would have lasted a bit longer. So I don't think it's over for the kid Kevin Ware as far as playing basketball in the future.